All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat 1 at Volusia. Terry Landis and Mr. Maurer as the front row. John Tobias, Kelly Wheeler on the second row. Bob Curtis, Ed Harris on the third row. And the rookie here tonight, John Klimowitz, rounding out the field. And if I'm mispronouncing that, if somebody wants to put John's last name phonetically in the comments, go for it. I'll be happy to get it right. Pace car leads them off. All the drivers stacked up and ready to go. John did not take to the grid. So only 6 drivers for Heat 1. Hopefully John will make it to the feature as they get the 1 to green. Pace car will duck in and turn 4. And the green flag flies almost the moment the pace car is in. Here at Volusia, the drivers are actually holding back a little bit to give it a little more time. So pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. Heat 1 underway at Volusia. Terry Landis still to lead on the bottom. Mr. Maurer up top. And Kelly Wheeler starting to cut his way to the front. Now up into third. Kelly has been really fast in these 360s. Another one to watch when we get to the feature, but can't get around Mr. Maurer at the moment. Hey, good evening, DJ. Welcome in, Raiders. Terry Landis just set the fastest lap up front. To go in Heat 1. Landis has a bit of a lead now, 3/4 of a second as they battle behind for second. And white flag flies one more time around. And here he comes. Terry Landis will win Heat 1. Welcome in, Raiders. You got here just in time. Heat 1 just finished. On to Heat number 2. Joe got the air and Cale Bixler on the front row. Pops Moore, Armando Melgoza have the second. Mayor Bixler, Roger Craig on the third row, and Andy Patton rounding out the field. Great to see you, DJ. Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Pace car will take him around one more time. keep an eye on that guy sitting in fourth place, or in third place rather, Pops Moore on the inside in the yellow car. He has been dominating these sprint car races for weeks, months actually. Very, very tough to beat. When we get to the feature, he'll be the one to the front early. And remember, there are two danger spots here at Volusia. The gap in the wall on the back straightaway just down to turn 2, right there. And the gap to enter pit road that just kind of sticks out. And if you're running that inside line, people have a tendency to get hold of it. All right, pace car heads to pit road. And the green flag flies for heat number 2. Cale Bixler up top trying to get to the lead. Joe on the bottom holding him off. And here comes Pops. Pops looks to the bottom out of turn 4. Loses some momentum. Now he's got the run down low. Pops Moore on the move. Mayor Bixler coming up back behind, as is Andy Patton. Patton already up into 5th. But Pops goes to the lead and sets the fastest lap. Cale Bixler still trying to fight back up top. Track really slicked off after practice. Pop slides up and Bixler goes for the crossover. 2 to go. Bixler to the lead. Bixler holds the lead as they go off into 3. Pops back to the bottom. And here they come, the white flag. Who's it going to be? Pops has the nose ahead coming out of turn 2, but Cale has the run up top. Out of turn 4 at the line, it is Pops Moore with the win. Man, that was a close one. All right, drivers have about 3 minutes of warm-up to find some last-minute speed. And while we have a couple of minutes, folks, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We now put all the races on YouTube in beautiful 4K. Plus, we have YouTube shorts coming out again tonight. We have had a couple of nights off. I've not been well. But YouTube shorts are starting to come back. And welcome in, first time to, I may say this wrong, Two Buds the Sloth? That's actually a cool name. Wish I'd thought of that. Although I will say, every time I look at DJ's name, I feel old. I feel so old. Harry Land is currently the fastest, followed by Pops, and man, they're throwing up some dirt tonight. Well, that is on the roll bar above. Not a very good view. Let's see if we can dial up the other in-car camera. There is the other in-car camera, and you can see they are Despite the fact the track is slicked off a bit, man, they are throwing the dirt tonight. And the sun setting could make things a little bit tricky in the feature. We have seen a couple of these races recently go green to checker, so don't blink during this one. And if you got a prediction who the winner is going to be, put it in the comments now. We'd love to see if you get it right. I rarely do. Ouch. Looks like somebody lost a wheel on the back straightaway, but warm-up is over. It's time to go racing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Volusia. Terry Landis and Pops Moore have the front row. Mr. Maurer and Cale Bixler on the second row. Kelly Wheeler and Andy Patton on the third row. John Tobias and Mayor Bixler have the fourth row. Bob Curtis and Joe Gauthier rounding out the top 10. Ed Harris starts in 11th next to Roger Quagg in 12th. John Klimowitz and Armando Malagosa round out the field. And John did take to the grid. Looks like he intentionally stayed out of the heat just to make sure he started at the back. We'll see how the rookie does here tonight. Pace car will lead him around one more time. Buckle up, because it's about to get dirty. Don't forget it is a doubleheader. Right after this race, they will hop in the trucks at Talladega. If you need any sheet metal, I have a feeling there will be some extra after tonight. Looking down from the blimp right before they get ready to go green. Everybody stacked up, ready to go. And here comes the pace car into pit road. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Volusia. And Terry Landis breaks free of traffic quickly. Everybody makes it. There's a lot of bumping mid-pack. Coming out of turn 4 now, they're all banging. And these are not cars you want to be bumping around in. Looks like somebody's in the wall back behind. No caution yet. Roger Craig is towed to pit road. Big wreck out of 4, caution. Our first caution of the night, Andy Patton, Mayor Bixler, and Armando Malgoza mixed up. Let's take a quick look at both incidents. Alright, looking for Bob Curtis as they come down the front straightaway. Oh, Bob gets a light tap from behind, but it's enough to send him around. And all three of them appear, wow. That was rough. Then a moment later, coming through turns 3 and 4, oh, the car in front of Andy Patton just gets hung on the wall. The cars behind, including Andy, nowhere to go. Definitely a bumpy start to this one. There was a lot of contact in the first 2 laps of this, more than I've ever seen with this group. Really surprised to see that much contact. You can bump these cars a little bit, but it is not advisable. A whole lot of power, not a lot of grip. You start bumping, things go wrong. Lights are out as they stack up for the restart. And it looks like they turned the lights back on. Bob Curtis and Roger Craig have both made it back out from pit road. Armando's still on pit road. Roger Craig is also back out. Lights now are out, so they will get green flag this time by. Terry Landis in control on the restart. Here they come out of turn 4. Pace car is in. The green flag is back in the air. Landis is away with Pops Moore up top. Roger Craig may have had a problem on the restart back behind. No caution yet. But man, they are 3 wide. We've got one flipping out of 4 hard into the outside wall. The caution is back out. Hey, good evening, Panda. It looks like that may have been Bob Curtis again. Let's take a look. Oh, Bob bounces, gets a little loose, bounces into the inside wall, and good thing for strong roll cages, Bob had one heck of a ride. Bob did take an interesting path back to pit road. Roger Craig has made it back out on track. Looks like about a lap down at the moment. Lights are out. Everybody stacks back up for the restart. Here they come through 3 and 4. The pace car dives to pit road, and the green flag flies once again. And looked like there might have been a low, no, into one. We've got, I believe, Pops in the wall caution. Pops Moore involved, went over the wall. He has got it back to pit road. Looks like Roger Craig also caught a piece. There's Pops in the yellow car up top, heading into turn one. Oh, looks like he just gets a bump, and wow. I think he was aiming for the cameraman. Somebody check on the cameraman, make sure he's okay. Taking a look from overhead, looking down from the blimp, Roger Craig just behind this, and I believe Roger just ran out of places to go as another car hits the gap in turn two. Definitely the roughest start we have seen all season long. They stack back up for the restart. Terry Landis and Cale Bixler now have the front row, and the rookie is up to fourth. If he gets into the top three, we'll get to find out exactly how to pronounce his last name. Kelly Wheeler also up there to the inside. Pops way behind. And the green flag is back in the air. Track really starting to slick off in the middle. Drivers going all the way to the inside or the outside walls. Kelly Wheeler in third has the rookie on his bumper. Looks like several cars slow out of four. A little bit of a stack up that is allowing the top three to get away just a bit. Terry Landis did set the fastest lap last time by. This time by, Cale beat it by a couple hundreds. Cale right up there on the cushion, trying to carry as much speed as possible. Meanwhile, the rookie has just taken third. I keep saying he's a rookie, but I just checked. He has the highest I rating in the field. Armando Melgo's the biggest mover right now as the car is around out of four. Armando of 9 spots in fifth, despite getting caught up in the first incident. Landis still has the lead, but Cale right on his bumper. Caution is out. Andy Patton involved. And let's see if we can see what happened to Andy back behind. There's Andy in that blue car looking up top. He gets squirrely and finds a gap in the wall in turn four and just slams it. Somebody should probably go to the infield care center, make sure Andy is okay. That was one heck of a hard hit. Terry Landis, Cale Bixler still battling up front, but the rookie, John, is in third. And now he gets to close back up onto their bumpers. Lights are out on the pace car. They stack back up. Speaking of lights, it does appear the track lighting is coming up. And here they come through 3 and 4. Pace car makes its way to pit road. And the green flag flies again. 13 laps to go. Terry Landis still has the lead. Cale Bixler up top. John loses a little momentum out of 2. Kelly Wheeler, caution is out for Armando. Oh, Armando came up just a little bit out of turn 2 and did a nose slide after bouncing off Pops Moore. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Starla. Terry Landis, Cale Bixler, John Klimowitz, Kelly Wheeler, and Pops Moore, the top 5. Mayor Bixler, Mr. Maurer, Ed Harris, Bob Curtis, and Joe Gauthier, the top 10. Armando still on pit road. Andy Patton out early. Lights are back out, and it looks like Landis is taking the outside line for the restart. That ought to give him a little bit of an advantage here with just a few to go. Pace car ducks back in. Green flag back in the air. 12 laps to go. Pops Moore at a little bit of a blink on the restart, and the rookie is going backwards. John now back into 4th place as Kelly Wheeler makes a move, and Pops just made a power move to the bottom. Pops goes 3-1 to the bottom, moves up into 3rd, sets his sights on Cale and Terry. Terry Landis still out front, has some space between him and Cale. Pops is blinking. Pops may have lost connection. No, he has made it back, but he did lose some momentum. Mayor Bixler up in the middle of the battle. He is moving up into 6th, trying to take 5th from that rookie. Kelly Wheeler has moved back up into 4th, trying to track Pops back down. Meanwhile, Terry Landis out front. Cale Bixler not far behind. Those two have broken away from the rest of the field. Pops about one caution is out. Looks like Ed Harris and Joe Gauthier both involved. Let's see if we can see what happened to Ed and Joe here. Off into turn 3 for Ed. He slides up the track, bumps another car, goes around. Joe just has nowhere to go. Both drivers went to pit road. Ed Harris already back out. Joe still sitting on pit road. He had to tow it in due to being upside down. And we should see the field go single file on this restart, giving Landis a huge advantage. But that gap that Landis and Bixler had right before the caution, it had grown to about 1.5 seconds. It is completely gone. Roger Craig did get waved back to the lead lap. Lights are out. They are ready to go. Pace car heads in. The green flag flies again. Landis nailed it already as a gap on Cale. Pops back in third. The rookie back in fourth. Terry Landis got the perfect restart. Now has a bit of a gap on Bixler. Bixler trying to run him down. Pops back in third as John closing in from behind. And closing quickly. Terry Landis, though, continues to stomp around. Comes out of turn 4 with 3 laps to go and a 7/10 of a second lead. Cale trying to close that gap, but here we go. Out of turn 4, 2 laps to go at Volusia. The gap is closing just a little bit. Cale has it down to about 6/10. Pops closing in third. White flag flies one more time around. Terry Landis was one of the fastest in practice, fastest in his heat, and in the feature, he does it again. Terry Landis wins at Volusia. Cale Bixler holds on to second. Pops Moore finishes in third, barely beating out the rookie. Hey, good evening, David. How are you? All 3 drivers stack up. We'll talk to our top 3 here in just a moment. But folks, don't forget, don't go anywhere. These guys will pack up the sprint cars and head to Daytona here in just a moment, or to Talladega rather, here in just a moment. And there will be some sheet metal flying tonight. Just waiting to get a word with our top 3. And let's start by talking to Pops Moore. Pops, you had one heck of a run, and I have to say that early incident was a huge setback, but man, what a comeback tonight.
Yeah, that was a rough one there. That incident early on, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that was tough to come back from, man. I'm surprised I got that far back up there, but we'll take it. You know, got a podium out of it, so can't argue about that.
No, definitely not. I can tell you what happened. Chaos and anarchy happened. It was definitely the wildest race of the season, which obviously showed. And, man, everybody's getting faster, making it harder to make a comeback.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cautions in there, and that last one kind of helped me out, but I couldn't take advantage of it. once I got up to the top 3 there, while them guys were running the top, and there wasn't no getting around them, I don't think. So we'll have to take a 3rd place tonight, and I'm happy with that. Hats off to them guys. They run a good race. So Terry's fast tonight. So good for him.
Oh, man, great job and a great finish. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Just Maurer Farm Management for their sponsorship in this deal tonight, and Doug, you for your announcing and putting this broadcast on and all that good stuff. And then I got to holler at Young Gun Creations for the wrap they give me. So yeah, that's about it.
Well, great job tonight.
All right, thank you.
Cale Bixler coming home in 2nd. Cale, you stayed in his tire tracks all night long, just never could get enough of a run.
No, and I was talking to Terry down in the waiting room before joining you here. And I told him, I said, the only way I could have done it was a slider, and it would have been close. It would probably have taken us both out.
Sometimes the sliders do that. In fact, I had one do it last night. So, yeah, it's a slider, especially late in the race, is a bit risky, and the track was really slicked off, which could have thrown everything up in the air.
Yeah, it did. It slicked off quite a bit, and then you're running that high side, and then in 3 and 4 it was getting really rough. So you had to manage what you were going to do there.
The high side in 3 and 4 here does get really bumpy really quick, and as the track slicks off, it just seems to get worse. It's one of the few tracks you can't get up there and run the cushion the whole time because you'll be in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I was feeling like if I was pushing it any harder, that outside wall on 4 was just going to eat me alive. And I would knew better than that.
Well, yeah, that outside wall will grab you every time, man. Still a heck of a run, heck of a job holding on to 2nd with a lot of hard charging, man. Great job tonight. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Maurer Farm Management, one of my main sponsors, and a sponsor of the Retreads, Flatline Racing Bodies, Schroeder Angus, my main sponsor. Best Angus in the world. If you need anything, contact Doug or Drew. And then the Salty Dogs Racing team. And want to give a shout out to Willie. Let him know I'm thinking about you. And appreciate you too, Doug.
My pleasure, man. Great run tonight.
Thanks, Doug.
And finally, our winner, Terry Landis. Terry, you were fastest in practice, fastest in the heat, and it showed when it came down and it mattered.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It was a heck of a run tonight. I was just telling Cale he could stay in your tire tracks, but that was about it. He just couldn't do anything with you. I know a couple of guys started charging back toward the front late in this one, but nobody ever had the momentum to get to you to even try and challenge you.
Yeah, that track was worn out. It got worn out pretty quick. The bottom was working really good on the first couple restarts. You know, that's why I was making a time up right there coming out of turn 2. But then when it got worn out, man, I better go to the high side on the restarts. So that's what I did, and just stayed up there.
Yeah, and I noticed on that last restart, you chose the high line, and that really made a difference. You were off and had a half-second gap by the time you got to turn 1.
Yeah, because on the bottom, like Brian said, you had to wait so long before the rear end would get the good dirt, and it was by then it was too late.
Well, it definitely made everything work perfectly tonight. Fastest all night, a dominant win. Is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, you for putting the show on. You do a heck of a job, and we don't know how to suck at iRacing. And Maurer Farm Management for allowing us to race, and C2C for giving us the place, and Kreitz Old Track Parts because you bend sometimes, and you call them guys, they'll send you some new stuff, and Galen's Home Popcorn because you put cart in the checkout and you get 15% off, and that's Judy.
Well, great job. Yeah, don't forget Judy.
Nope.
Great job tonight, man. Great win.
All right, Doug. Thank you.
Terry Landis pulls off the win at Volusia, but can he pull off the sweep tonight We'll see here in just a few moments, folks. Stick around. We are headed to Talladega in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.